All right, the plan today, exhaust, hopefully upper triple, meaning I gotta put a bearing in here, lower triple, meaning I gotta put a bearing in here. Hey, exhaust port. And also putting the radiator in and also getting the side panels on. The rear end was put on last time, and before that the frame. That was a little bit of a nightmare. Let's see if we can do this. The plan with the exhaust is simple. We're gonna take the front piece of the header off of the H pipe because it is stupid, crazy, califragilistic, tight, loose butthole trying to get that stupid thing in there. And you're gonna scratch it up and you're probably not gonna, 98% chance you're not gonna get it in there. So if we take it off, we can maneuver it a lot better without all of this connected, and it makes life easy. Come on. I tell you, this is the earliest I've ever brought Mr. Propane out. Well, all right. Mr. Propane don't want to play today. That's okay. That is okay. Encrust. We trust. I wish I didn't even have to use this exhaust, but here we are. And you might say, Brandon, use some penetrating oil. Bro, I would. I don't have any. I'm out. And at this point, I really don't feel like going to the store to get any. All right, hit that bad boy with a little bit of PB Blast. Yeah, penetrating oil, man. Not much. I only had like a crumb left, but it got it out. You can see it right there. The oil. Ah! This is where I dug into the header, well, sorry, the heat shield, trying to get it off from around the frame. I'm actually gonna put some tape on the frame so it doesn't, well, I don't know. We may be able to get around it. I'd really appreciate it if you cooperated. Oh yeah, that is easy. That is, oh, crazy easy. Welcome to the front. Cover it up like that. Put your bolts on. Obviously this is easier because the radiator's not on, but it still went in a lot easier than I expected it to. So if you have the radiator on here, I wouldn't, really it's just helping so you can see it, but yeah, that was glorious, people. And I'm gonna go ahead and route this oxygen sensor through here, so when we plug that back up somewhere, where you at? She in there somewhere. All of the hard work is going to come with this one right here. So we got the oxygen sensor. It's gonna connect into there. But honestly, I ain't worried about that. It's more so getting this in here without losing my mind. And also getting the H pipe to connect back. Like this. Okay. So I already got the H pipe on. I'm gonna try to get that in its hole. Let's see. I'll get the H pipe on first. Okay. It's making noises it shouldn't be making. If I don't get the H pipe here connected to the front pipe, none of the stuff at the top is going to be able to move forward inside the exhaust part of the cylinder. So I got to get this on first. There we go. A little bit of persuasion. Oh shit. Stuff moving. I'm expected to. There we go. There you go. Oh, my hip. My hip just locked. Oh God, I got a cramp in my hip. Oh no. No. Too early to be cramping. My hip just locked up so bad. Okay, I got that on there. Now I just got to thread these on the bolts for the header. I mean, for the cylinder head. Problem is, I'm gonna have to wipe this. Y'all, hey, y'all make sure y'all remind me, wipe off the exhaust, because my greasy mittens have been on this thing. There we go. All right, got them threaded. Now I just gotta get this pipe down here a little bit more connected. Money. All right, the oxygen sensor for the rear header, we got connected to the harness right there. We got this piece. It's the actual oxygen sensor. Let's see here. You know what? I think the way I got it out, I fed the cable down through the top like this. So that gets the cable behind. And then I gotta find some way to force feed this down. But what if I pop this one back up? There you go. Now we're getting somewhere. Questions, am I gonna be able to get that back? Out. There we go. You do you a couple of Hail Marys. Repent for all the sins that you've done because of all that beer and nachos and cheese and everything that you were eating without me. Yeah, I ain't forgot. Yeah, go repent. Say a couple of Hail Marys and you too could get this as easy. Wait a minute. Come on. Don't embarrass me now, muff. Come on. On second thought, just say you a couple of hell yeah brothers. Yeah, that seems more appropriate. Hell yeah, brother. Now it's just a tedious process of tightening up these header bolts. I'm not looking to go crazy on them because that is a part of the cylinder head at the end of the day. Best thing for the top, I guess, is this open-ended wrench. Get on it just enough. It was on it before. There we go. 13. Oh, I slipped. That's probably my cue to not do this again. Okay. This one is pretty much the hardest one. Where is it? Right there. That's the hardest one to get to. So you got two options. You can either use an open-ended wrench and get on it. Second option is to use a ratcheting wrench like that. Hook it in and you can turn it from the opposite side like that. The good old reach around. Oh yeah. Oh no. There we go. All right. So for this front one, you don't really have a problem getting to this, even when the radiator's in. But that other one can be a little bit more of a challenge. It's not impossible though. Also, this front one, this one on the bottom, we can use an open-ended wrench. It's easier with a ratchet, but obviously my finger's where the radiator would be, but you can see you can do this also with a finger in there. You know, that one finger. We all know that one finger. And if you're still struggling, you can always come in from the back. God, these are just too easy, man. All right, exhaust is done. Not the prettiest, but it's done. Pro tip. When you're messing with these heat shields, make sure you put these little clamps facing up, because if you ever have to go back and mess with them and this is not in an upright position and the ones on the bottom are in a downright position, it makes them really hard to get to, and it's going to make it a pain in the butt to get it off. You're going to have to probably take the exhaust off to get to it. On second thought, you know what? I just realized these are pointing up. Why the heck are these pointing up? They should be pointing down. Huh. I'm gonna go back and fix that. Probably not today, but yeah, that looks kind of weird. In the main event, boy, we finna be here for 47 days, bro. Like this thing's gonna be a pain. I don't even know what the plan of attack with this is, so we're just gonna get this cable out the way. Actually, you know what? I need this part of the harness because this is my oxygen sensor. And this is the fan, I believe, and this is the horn. And this is, I believe, the oil sensor, oil pressure sensor. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect this, unravel it. This actually bolts to the bottom of the radiator. Man, I hope I don't spill fluid. So now I have to figure out how am I gonna get this through here. Oh, I think it might go. I think it might go. Well, much of a fight. My clutch cable, I don't remember. Oh, I put this through here. This actually does not, hold on. Clutch cable does not go through here. I did just kind of get it out of the way. Okay. Don't scratch up my frame. Oh, it's digging into the frame. There we go. All right, so that's gonna go there. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is a very, very finicky thing to do. What it is as you're pulling the tube, the upper tube through, you have to make sure that this lower tube clears and also the fan clears, and also making sure that it fits in between the shape of this because it contours. Once you do that, it pops in, and now we just need to put the screws to mount it and get the connections done. All right, I don't remember exactly how this goes, but I know this is the wiring for the handlebar. So that's gonna pull this up. This part right here is for the fan. I'm gonna click that in. Then there is a zip tie in here that we can use to tie that off. And then we need to deal with the bottom. Gotta get this, where is it? Come on, gotta get our oil pressure sensor hooked up. That is for the horn. Where are you? All right, this is for the oil pressure sensor. We gotta reach that all the way over. Oil pressure sensor right there, that little gold tab. Slide this little, I think that's the oil pressure sensor. I'm pretty sure it is. Slide that on, click it. That's it, it's on. I went really high up with the bike. So this is what bolts into the frame, and the radiator just sits in these little slots. And it also has the horn on it, so put it like that. Rotate it. Then that, make sure that harness is in behind it. Come on. That. And so now I gotta figure out where do we bolt this in. Actually, first what I'm gonna do, put these two contacts on here for the horn. I don't know which goes where. Just gonna plug it in. If I don't get a beep, beep, boop, boop, I'll know to take it back off. We'll figure it out later. But this, like this. I think this has to come off anyway when you're bleeding the radiator. We're not gonna do that today. Plot twist, that was actually pretty easy. So when I was trying to put that bracket in, so the radiator just sits in there like that. The other side was poking out past the frame, so I just had to like push it in so it could pass that notch, and then it just slipped in and the bolts lined up right there and right there. No problem. Bro, I cannot make this crap up. One of my screws has gotten caught and wedged under the freaking jack, and I cannot get it out because of the weight of the bike. Oh my God. I tell you, going on a side quest, it never freaking fails. Oh, now that bolt looks like it's just been abused. Look at that. That's totally your fault. Radiator cover, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on so I don't have to look at it on my bench. And I believe this brake line goes through here like y'all. And actually, you know what? I think it has to hook in something like, there we go. Oh no! Drop the bolt. And this side. If you have trouble getting this hole to line up, you may have to loosen up this bracket right here that we did with the horn, because it has the hole in it for that to go in. And there we go. Woo. So now both line up, and when we get done with this, we can just tighten the top back up and we are good to go. while I'm here, we're gonna see if we can get this on the first try. This is the lower tube for the radiator. Get this on. The top one is gonna be the one that's the problem. This one's cakewalk. Get ourselves some channel locks. They make better tools for this. I just don't do it enough. But I probably need to invest in a set. They have a tool that basically squeezes this, but it makes it where it locks it here. So you don't have to, so this doesn't slip. Makes it so much easier. But anyway, it's on there. We can get this one on the first try or even the second or third. We having a good day because I scratched the header up pretty good trying to get this on last time. There's just not a lot of space. So I'm gonna go in there like, it wasn't so much getting the tube, well, getting the tube off was a bit of a challenge, but the clamp also, you don't have much room to really force it on. Ideally though, you'd have the room up top. We don't because of the frame, but I think we're gonna be fine. It's gonna take a little bit of finesse. Use the hose clamp for leverage. Yeah, this was the problem. The header, sorry, not the header, the head, cylinder head. It gets in the way, there we go. And it makes it really hard for you to get it over that little hump, but we got it. Awesome. All right, we got the coolant cover. We also had that powder coated. Honestly, man, there's some parts on here I should have also had powder coated, but I haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, everything looks better with powder coat. Ain't that right, Scoop? Yep. Powder coat, can powder coat myself and make myself look better if I wanted to. What color you gonna powder coat yourself? I'm gonna powder coat myself. I don't know. Y'all let me know what color I should powder coat myself. I know my wife would powder coat herself purple. Some type of purple. With some silver flakes in it. With some silver flakes in it. I feel you. I'm actually thinking about doing a delete of this. This is actually one of the common, not say common, the easiest way for people to steal a Scout is to jam a screwdriver in there and mess with the contacts. But I'm thinking about something a little bit cooler. We'll see as time goes, but we're gonna plug this back in, which is really freaking exciting. Well, I guess we could have did that before. This is just a cover. It just looks prettier. Last part of this, we're gonna put a new stem bearing in. No, a new frame bearing in, and also we're gonna put a new stem bearing in down here. I've already cleaned the powder coat off with acetone, and I put some grease in there. Let's knock this out. It's the new bearing. Need to put some grease on it. Oh yeah, it's the good stuff. This is the new triple that's going on my bike. I put it in the freezer so it can shrink the metal. So when I put the bearing on, it should slide straight on. The tolerances on Indian motorcycle triples is very tight. So we're gonna see if this actually works. You can see the frost coming off of it. And it always gets straight to the bottom and it never fully goes on. Come on. Stuck. Oh wow. Seriously? That is not moving, my friends. It's like it's bonded to it as soon as I put that on. Jeez, bro, why can't I get that off? And this is why I just used the tool that I bought to do this, because it just makes my life so much easier and I don't have to worry about all this. Oh, this is the seal. Crap. This seal, man, it just ain't going on. I think I'm gonna try to maybe cut it in half and maybe see if I can put it on there. This is why I don't like filming and trying to work, because I get so caught up in trying to set everything up that I forget the steps. This seal has to sit on the bottom of this. Trying to get this back off to do that, I'm going to tear this thing up. Or the bearing. Yeah, we're just not doing it. Here's what I did because I'm an idiot. I made a slit with my Dremel right down. Actually, no, Bauer, because I have Harbor Freight. Made a slit right down there. We're going to peel it back and we're going to slide it around there. Some seal is better than no seal, baby. This is what I get for trying to show everything. Not paying a freaking attention. I'm going to put it to the back. Yeah, this is the back. So less debris. This is basically a dust seal, man. It's not like if the seal isn't on there, this thing's gonna like break tomorrow. No, like it's not like that. This keeps dirt and debris and stuff out. All right, we got it on there. It's ugly. When I finish hammering this down, it's gonna sit in that seal and we're gonna be hunky-dory. Gonna test this fitment. Yep. Something's rubbing. There we go. Froze this bearing. Let's see if it drops straight in. It should, right? Of course not. Now it's in. Old Faithful. All right, got the lower triple, the stem bearing, this thing mounted. I think it goes on like that, this side up or that side down. Huh. I never looked at that. Let's see. No, I'm gonna go the other way. There's a bevel or lifted edge. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. No, I don't know if I like that because it's grinding on that. Huh. I don't remember how this came off. Anyway, we're gonna run with it like this. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. It's not rubbing up against that. So I need to invest in a spanner wrench, because like an actual spanner socket, so I can torque this thing down like it's supposed to be. But you tighten it all the way down, I think, to 29 foot-pounds, and then you have to come off of it a quarter of a turn once it's in the full lock position. So let's see, 90 degrees from here. That's 180, so it's gonna be about right here. And that should be it. That's it. The last piece is gonna be the upper, but we're not gonna torque this down because we do that once we get the forks on. So we're just gonna tighten it down for now. Man, that lined up perfectly. So the question is, are the new fork tubes gonna line up perfectly? Because they did not do that last time. I think that's it. You know what? I got one more thing I want to put on here. That goes there. And this goes on the bottom, and that little piece there. I'm gonna sit this right there. Screw it in from the bottom. And now there's one less thing for me to mount, which it probably is still gonna have to come off again. Another reason I wanted to do this is because these cables get forced through here. Wheel speed sensor, headlight, obviously, they all sit inside of this headlight piece. And so this cleans up the wiring just a little bit. All right, and we just got the one display cable that goes to the speedometer. All right, I think that is where we're gonna call it. We got the headlight, the upper and the lower triple. The lower triple is set. May have to check it again before I go back with the forks, which is required before we can torque the top down. We got the engine cover, or the coolant cover, and the ignition cover on this side. We got the exhaust on. I also went back there and dealt with that wheel speed sensor. Where is it? There it is. Went ahead and mounted it. Oh, how could I forget? We got the radiator installed. The horn down there is installed. Oh yeah, and the cover for the radiator is installed. And we have the coolant lines, the upper and the lower, installed. And the fan has been connected and other sensors down there. And I think that's where we're gonna call it. So there's always more work to do. Could have put the speedometer on here, could have put the handlebars on here, but yeah, I think we'll save that for next time. So at some point, another video is gonna pop up here that you can go check out to see where we're going with this bike, and also that's the playlist to see where we started. So as always, I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next one where we get more work done on this bike. Peace.